And I have this little boy, this cute little boy here because I was hoping to manifest a child, y'all, and look at what happened. Vision boards work, you guys. Just know that, because I don't think I would have manifested or brought that into my life had it not been for me like being intentional like this. Hey y'all, welcome back to Vlogmas. Yesterday I had a little like meditation moment. All my thoughts just kept coming back to the things I want to accomplish. Like I just feel so behind in a lot of things. And I feel like I can do a lot more. Like my output should be a lot better than what it is right now. And so I have my trusty little notepad here where I just like write down anything that comes to mind. And the top things, y'all, that kept coming to me and what I think was speaking to what I really want to do were, there's 4 of them. It's organizing and decluttering my home, which includes like selling things off. Like I really want to sell things on like Facebook Marketplace or Mercari or eBay or whatever. I have so much stuff that I've just accumulated over the years that I don't need. And I just, want to be able to make money off of them really and, build like a little savings. I can have like a separate little savings account where I just throw all that money from little things I sell around the house into there. So that's one thing. Cook healthier meals. So y'all see I love to cook on the vlog. But I'm moving into a space now where I just want it to be healthier, and not healthier to the point of like, counting my macros like I used to do, but just healthier, like more whole foods, like less processed stuff, more whole foods. So grains, vegetables, beans, whatever, meats, like just cooking more and having healthier options, having a consistent workout routine. Even if I just work out like once or twice a week at this point, I will be happy. I feel like breastfeeding kind of allows me to have like somewhat of some leniency with my workouts because I'm still burning calories breastfeeding, and my weight has been pretty, steady since I've given birth. It's actually, I'm at a lower weight than I was before I got pregnant. So I'm fine with that, but I just know, I want to start building up my like muscles, really working on, especially my knees, y'all. Like I have really bad knees. I actually have like this issue where the bones in my knees don't align properly. Like say it's supposed to sit like this, mine are like this, and so I've had a lot of injuries over the years, and being an older mom, I just want to retain my youth as far as my knees as much as possible. So even if it's just doing leg exercises at least twice a week, going for walks. It's winter now, it's still fall, but we're approaching winter. It's cold. But I don't want that to be an excuse for me not to get out, even if it's just for like, 5 minutes walking up and down my block. I'm perfectly fine with that. I just want to get into a habit of working out, of doing something for my body on a consistent basis. And I realize consistency for me has to start on like a minuscule level. So like I'm saying, once a week, twice a week, I get out and just go for a walk or do like 20 freaking squats in the living room. Like I can meet that goal. So that's the third one. The fourth one is revamping my crystal business. Ugh. My crystal business is my baby, you guys. If y'all don't know, I have a online crystal shop. When it was super active, most of the activity that I have for it, or the sales or whatever, was coming from Instagram. I was doing well. Like I built a big following on Instagram just from creating like really funny crystal reels. And then I got hit with a cease and desist from another business owner because our names were similar. And when I rebranded, I also kind of like just mentally checked out of the business for a while. I miss it so much. Like I just miss the fulfillment that I got from running a small business. And I have all of these crystals. I mean, a lot of these are my personal ones, but I still have a lot of inventory at my parents' house that I need to sell off. And I just want to get back into it. Like I loved running that business, doing my vendor booths. I had vendor booths in DC. Like I want to get back into that like in the spring probably. It's too cold to be doing that now. But yeah, so that's another goal, is to get back into that business. And you know, I try to think like, when do I want to have all this accomplished? You know, what are the measurements for success? Like how many sales should I have by the end of the year, or by, you know, the spring or whatever. I haven't worked all that out yet. Like last night when I was having my little meditation moment, this is as far as I've gotten. And then I kind of also just like want to use YouTube as my way to like document that. I don't know, YouTube is so weird to me because I can't ever just, I feel like I've rambled about this in multiple videos, excuse me, but I can't ever just like find my footing with YouTube. The way to be successful on YouTube and like grow your channel and monetize your channel is to really stick to one niche. And if you can stick to a niche that people are searching for, because you know, we all YouTube stuff, how to unclog a sink or whatever. Like if you make videos that are how to do this, how-tos are like gold on YouTube. Like if you guys go back to my how to cut your hair straight across video, that video has now I think like 17,000 views. And I knew when I made it that making it that title and doing that type of video, it would eventually get the views, because I had checked like the SEO stats and everything, and I saw that it was something people search for. But I wasn't really passionate about it, you know? And so for me, YouTube is always a struggle of doing what I know is going to get me monetized, and also having a space online where I can just kind of vent and have like this creative space. So, and I know vlogging is a niche too on YouTube, but it's a harder niche to break into because the titling on your videos, the keywords, like people aren't necessarily searching for that versus all the how-to stuff. So it takes longer to grow a vlog channel. So I've constantly shifted between, do I want to continue to do vlogs? Do I want to, you know, switch to like a spirituality and self-improvement channel where it's only searchable content? And then I had another idea too. Oh, my podcast. Should I just change this into my podcast? Because that's another thing I want to get back into. But yeah, I'm just all over the place right now when it comes to this channel. But I figured Vlogmas is always something I wanted to do consistently. So let me try and do that again and see where that takes me. So don't be surprised, y'all, if at some point, hold on, I feel like I need to turn on the light because it's getting dark outside. Hold on. So yeah, don't be surprised, y'all, if you see that this this channel has like turned into something else. I hate my little bang. It like pokes out. I just, you know, want to get it together. Like I want this channel to be successful, but I also don't want to lose the authenticity that is me trying to figure out some parts of my life and showcasing that here. So those are my 4 little takeaways from my meditation session last night. So I do this thing, y'all, whenever I have like these like heavy moments of meditation where I just feel called to go sit in a room and like light a candle and be still and have a notebook. One thing that I often do is take one of my self-improvement or self-help books and just open it up to any page. And whatever message, you know, I land on is one that, you know, was meant for me to read in that moment. So the book that I reached for, and it's funny because I just brought this book back from my parents' house. I have a lot of books stored over there. The page I landed on was page 185, and this is the message, y'all. There's a part that's like in all caps. It says, most ideas are stillborn and need the breath of life injected into them through definite plans of immediate action. So how freaking fitting is that to like everything I was just saying, you know? Like sometimes when that happens, I get chills because I'm like, whoa. Law of attraction, being intentional, you know, if it's meant for you, you will receive it. Like if you have that belief, then like stuff like this is like bound to happen. You know what I mean? And so I'll read it again. Most ideas are stillborn, meaning like you can have an idea, but it ain't gonna go nowhere, you know? And they need the breath of life injected into them through definite plans of immediate action. So to me, that means, you know, no life is going to come to your ideas unless you make a plan and take action, period. Like, you can have as many ideas as you want. You can come up with so many good ones, but if there's no action to back it, if there's no strategic plan to back it, then what are you doing it for? And for me, everything I just talked about is like, okay, these are things I've been wanting to accomplish, but there has been no definitive plans. There have been, you know, no immediate and consistent action. My whole thing has always been consistency. Okay, so here it says, as one makes an impartial study of successful people, one is drawn to the inevitable conclusion that persistence, concentration of effort, and definiteness of purpose are the major sources of their achievements. That like sparked me to want to read this whole book, because that's another goal, is just like get back into reading consistently. You know, I say the word consistent, and I always like, when I try to think of like a niche on this channel, especially in the self improvement space, my thing is always consistency and like self-awareness and self-discovery, like just learning about yourself. And for me, what I've learned is that I am not good with follow through, not good with consistency, and that's what I need to work on. So then I think like, let me just use my channel to be vulnerable, show that, you know, those are my areas of improvement and this is what I'm doing to work on it. But sometimes I get scared because I'm like, well, what if I fail, you know, and I don't follow through. I don't push myself to finish my goals or whatever it is I speak about. Then I got these people watching me who are like, this girl ain't about shit. So it's hard, you know, it really is hard. But yeah, I think about that too, because I'm like, what if I had a YouTube channel where I showed how you can change your life if you work on consistency and self-awareness? How cool would that be? And it reminds me of another YouTuber. Her name is Shameless Maya, M-A-Y-A. Check her out because I used to love her channel like years ago. She like set out on this journey of figuring out what her life could be like if she was like shamelessly herself, you know? And so she's built a whole brand and her whole life is, you know, supported through how she just changed her life and was successful on YouTube and creating content. And she's had so many opportunities to come from that. And it has, you know, it inspired me. And I constantly think about that. And I'm like, dang, you know, it takes a lot to be brave and to be vulnerable online and let people into your life. But I think for the people who want to do it, who want to make YouTube videos, there's something like in our brains where we're like, we need it as an outlet. It's like a diary, you know what I mean? Because for me, for years, whenever I wasn't doing YouTube, since the time I started it in like 2008, 2009, I've always wanted to be consistent on YouTube. Like I always needed that like outlet. And in me being vulnerable, right? I wanted to show you guys my vision board that I made. Oh, when did I make this? It was either a year or 2 years ago. But I put it in this gold frame and it has, you know, it's been on my wall. It's been in front of me to constantly, you know, just be a reminder. So I have a picture of Ashanti because she at one point was my body goals. But then I'm like, is her body real? I want to believe that it is, but I don't know, y'all. So I have a picture of Ashanti here. Just for my goals of working out. I have a picture of Big Sean and Janae Aiko because I appreciate that they are two creative people who both have spiritual like aspects to them. Like, of course, Janae talks about it in her music. And Big Sean, if you like watch his interviews or whatever, he talks a lot about just his connection to God and meditation and all these things. So I think that they have a pretty cool relationship, and when I made this, I was wanting to attract that energy into my life. And what's funny is I did. Like Eric and I, we both are creative people. We're both spiritual people. It's funny because vision boards work, you guys. Just know that, because I don't think I would have manifested or brought that into my life had it not been for me like being intentional like this. This is just an apartment. I love like aesthetic lighting, like mood lighting. And so I had that on there because I just want my home to always have, you know, a space that is vibey like that. And then I have this little boy, this cute little boy here because I was hoping to manifest a child, y'all, and look at what happened. So I have my son now. So funny how this works out. What else do I have? I have the New York Times bestseller because I do want to write a book at some point, probably like an autobiography or just a self-help book, you know, where I talk about my life. The YouTube play button. This is an RV. I was manifesting also for my family. So I have an RV up here, and it's funny because it's a big RV that fits a lot of people. My parents, I put this up there for them because they always talked about like retiring and having an RV and like traveling a lot. What's funny is recently my father purchased a bigger RV. He has a small like 22-foot one, but he just purchased a bigger one. It's almost like, you know, it came to fruition. It's not a luxury RV, it's an older one, but it still has, you know, a full kitchen, a bathroom, a bedroom, like all these things that make it, you know, luxury living in a lot of ways. I also have this camera here because I wanted to, you know, just be a more consistent vlogger. And look at me now, like doing it. You know what I mean? Like I'm not to the point where I'm making a video a week, but I have seen my progress and that I'm becoming more consistent with my videos. And then I have this up here. I don't know if I want to touch on this, but it's a picture of a group of guys because at one point, see, I don't know. So they're all like, you know, giving off like masculine energy and all these things. And I just have my own thoughts about the current state of America, really. And this push for like women, like images of powerful women. I'm not against it at all. But I feel like as we're seeing this push of like feminism, we're also seeing a decline in masculinity, especially masculinity in men of color. And it really hurts me that, especially now that I'm, you know, I have a son, who is biracial, and he is going to be growing up in a world that I hope doesn't, how do I want to say this? Like, not ruin masculinity, but like, you know, dampen masculinity. Like, I don't know. I can go deeper into this. Like Eric and I have these conversations all the time, but it's rare, especially when I'm watching TV. Like usually it's when I'm watching a show or something. Like start to pay attention, y'all, to how many masculine men you see. And when I say masculine, I'm talking about the typical like man, you know, like he fixes things around the house. He works a 9-to-5. He looks good in a suit, but he also, you know, can chill at home and be just fine. Like he's hanging out with the boys, but he's honoring his wife as well. You know, like just the average idea you think about of like a American man of color who is masculine. So I've had thoughts of like creating like podcasts about it or like speaking about it and like being this voice from women who speaks on masculinity, but I don't know. I'm still trying to work that one out, and I'm still observing what we're seeing and what we're being fed as far as the media and trying to make sense of that. So I have that on there. So yeah, right below it, I have a group of women because I want to manifest like good friends. You know, I have really good friends now, like great friendships that I've had for like over 10 years. But sometimes I just, wish that I had more, you know what I mean? Like more connections to women who are in different types of like fields and things like that. So, y'all women who watch me, reach out to me, DM me on Instagram, whatever, because I'm always just looking to build my connections, you know what I mean? And just build my circle. So yeah, that's on there. This little beach wedding is actually for my sister because she always talks about how when she gets married, she wants to get married on a beach. She wants to have a beach wedding and it's going to be on a tropical island somewhere. I put that on there. TED Talk, because one day, it's just me wanting to be like a motivational speaker of sorts. Not necessarily have to be a TED Talk, but if it is, hey. So that's on there. And then down here, I just have this huge house with a big piece of land because ideally that's how I want to live. Like, it doesn't have to be a huge house, but I do want it to be a sizable home with at least like 6 bedrooms, I would say, so that, everybody has their own room. Eric and I have our own like creative spaces or offices. Parents have places they can stay when they visit, guest rooms, all that. So yeah. And then having land, because I just envision having like my own vegetable garden and, like a little she shed in the backyard where I can go and, just do my own thing. Even though I hate bugs, but we'll work that out when we get to it. So I have that on there too. And then my Instagram. This one I don't feel as strongly about now. And that's the thing with vision boards. They change over time. Don't laugh at me, y'all. It's got 4.2 million followers. I don't even want that many followers at this point. This was when I have, and I guess I still have these thoughts of being like a director, like wanting to direct something, write and direct like a film, a short film or something. But this was coming from that. I even have Issa Rae following me. I don't know if y'all could see that. But I put Issa Rae follows me on there because I just love the work that she does. Like, she tells stories. Okay, so that's what I kind of mean about masculine men. Like, if y'all watch Insecure, you look at like Lawrence, right? And how he was at one point down and out and then he kind of turned things around. He was your typical like man, you know what I mean? Like, once he got his life together. And that's what I mean. Like, we don't see enough of those images on like Netflix or Hulu or, the popular shows or whatever. Like, typically if it's a man of color, there's, especially a black man, there's usually like some element of struggle or illegal activities involved. So the stuff on Stars with Power or whatever. That's what I mean. Like, I just want to see more positive images of black masculinity, of masculinity for men of color. And then here I have like a set production, and I was envisioning, one day putting this together, like just producing and directing something, because I feel like I have stories to tell, but I just need to get clear, like, get crystal clear. Let's get crystal clear, my podcast. So yeah, that, and then I have also, this is a podcast up here that's, I'm spacing on his name. It's Kevin Hart, and put that on there because, I still want to do my podcast consistently, and I want to grow it, and I want to get to a point where I'm, interviewing people who want to add value to the world and contribute, to conversations about self-improvement and spirituality and all those things. So yeah, I think that's everything. So that's my vision board, but I want to make another one. Because I feel like it's time. Like, I've accomplished a lot of these things on here. A lot of them are still coming into fruition. So I want to take it a step further and do another one so I can be even more intentional about, you know, the things that I want and have gotten clarity on already. So I was going to show y'all how I put this together. It's all done in Canva. Basically what I do either on my laptop or on my phone is I'll just start scrolling things like Google Images or Pinterest, social media, whatever, and I think about the things I want on my vision board. Because, you know, like people used to have those little vision board parties where they would have to cut things out of magazines, and like if the magazine didn't have, you know, what you wanted on there, then you were just, you know, SOL. But we can do things online now and you can find any image you want. But basically, I just go into Canva, which if y'all don't know what Canva is, it's this super cool tool. And there is a free version, but it helps if you get the premium. But I create everything in Canva, and I have a graphic design degree. Okay, so when you sign up for Canva, this is what your screen will look like. And you can see all of my old projects down here, a lot of stuff related to my crystal business, my baby shower, all different types of things. These are my little thumbnails for YouTube. This is how I create them right in Canva. But you just create whatever size you want. So think about whatever frame, picture frame you're gonna get. Okay, so I'm just gonna go up to the corner here and do create a design. And then we're gonna go down here to custom size. Change this to inches. Oh. Okay, create new design. So now I have this blank canvas, right? And they have a lot of stuff over here over here with like elements where you can search different things. Like if you wanted to include like a money bag, because you are trying to get your money up, you can search money bag and you see they have like all these different graphics you can include. You just click it and it puts it on the canvas. You resize it and start to like move things around. So that's how you can do it. The other thing you can do is if you just go find your own photos online, you can just drag them into here if you're on a laptop. So like if I wanted to, let's say, go to Google and I search podcast, right? So we go to Google Images and let's take this picture here. To do a screenshot, if you're on a Mac, you do Shift-Command-4 and a little cursor will show up that allows you to screenshot. You just draw a box around what you want and then go back to Canva and you can find that photo on your desktop and just click and drag it right into here. So yeah, that's what I do, y'all. This is how I make my vision boards. You can resize it and just get creative and put all your stuff together. So I really need to sit down and think about what it is I want to put on here, but I did want to just show y'all that so that you have it. If you prefer to do it on your cell phone, Canva also has a mobile app. So, and they have a free version if I didn't say that already. So you don't have to pay for it, but sometimes like with the graphics and stuff, they keep the better ones like locked unless you pay. So yeah, that's it, you guys. You know, get your stuff together, get your vision boards for 2024. Work on a vision board, you guys. Even if you do like the magazines and clipping it out, I highly recommend putting one together and save it. You know, even if 6 months goes by and you don't see anything happening on that vision board or anything coming to fruition yet, hold on to it, because you never know. Stuff takes time. It takes time to see things come to fruition in your life. But, you know, just keep at it. So that's what I'm going to be working on. And yeah, see you all